I could take a load of pictures of her, but I thought it'd be a bit easier just to run you around with a video. So I'll start at the front here. I have got the badge. It's in the cab. It fell off at the barn. So from about 5 years, we fitted a new bumper splitter at the bottom, and we put the flaps on, and I added the little outer markers at the bottom there. We've given it a bit of a tidy up under here. There are little bits of patches here. These are the little bits that I said that you might find you want to do just to bring him up to a standard. That heating pipe has been replaced, genuine Volvo. But this one I couldn't source anywhere from Volvo yet, and I haven't had one made up, so that one probably would want to replace him, but I've put some paint on him to stop the rust. He's real good up here. It's just from there down to there that he's a bit dodgy. But he's not leaking or anything, he's just got a bit of rust on him. Started the night heater just so you can see that working. Washer bottle's all good, holding water. Oh, a new switch in there. Bet they were notorious for going there, those buggers. As you probably know, we had a new wiper blade linkage, genuine Volvo. That's all brand fire new in there because she seized up on me. So the windscreen's all good. Red sun visor. And I put the board on there with the lights and that. So however you fancy it. These brackets, I'll try and turn you around. He's said about one of these brackets under here, that one there, wants a bit of welding or replacing on him. Same the other side. But underneath, got a brand new sump on her. Absolutely bone dry engine, and I've replaced this. These were all rusty and rotten through the middle, so I got a second-hand anti-roll bar and drop arms and fitted that on there. It's got 4 new under the cab. Like I say, it's a bit dirty at the moment, but four new shock absorbers have been fitted. Right heater roaring away. Little rust in the back here. It's the back vents. That's a bit of filler that's in there after my boy did some welding for me. These are new vents. Need someone a bit more talented than me to shake them up nicely. I've got 2 new light heater exhausted intake hose on there. This is the M&Ox, straight off the turbo, and that is straight through. I have got the original dustbin exhaust. If you wanted that instead, I can fit that back on there, no problem. And on the back of the cab, obviously the air intake over the top is what I've got on there now, but I have got the one out the side if you wanted to put a wind kit on it or anything like that. This is brand new, done that at the end of last year, put a chassis infill in there. Little fuel tank. It's the chassis. I'll give you a good up on the chassis because the chassis is absolutely solid on there. quite amazed really, with chassis on an FL10, they're normally rotten as a pear. A little bit round there, wants a bit of filler or primer or whatever you do to make her look fancy. It's had 4 new, this is all in the last 5 years this, it's had 4 new rear air bags, shock absorbers new, and the 2 rear brake chambers have been replaced. The fuel pump for the night heater exhaust going flat out. Diff's dry, gearbox is dry, engine's dry. She is oil tight, I'll give her that. Fixed Jost 5th wheel. More my dodgy paintwork on there than anything else, but hubs, you see, no oil. Just gone through an MOT. Power lock rear wings, but the Volvo, genuine Volvo spray suppression on the back. One of the pressure limiting valves that we changed. That's the one we did a couple of years ago before we painted it, and that's one we've done just now for the MOT. So they are both matching now because they've superseded about 4 times. You know what Volvo are like. This side. Like I say, she's a little bit dirty at the moment, so I do apologise. The chassis this side's solid. Flitch plates here are a bit messier than the other side. I don't know why it rusted this side, not the other. No idea, but that is how it is. But as you can see, the chassis. Another little bit there. I don't think it's going to take a lot. Someone skilled with a bit of sanding and whatnot, be brand new. It's got a new isolator on it, genuine Volvo. And I've got 2 new batteries as well, but I'll show you those. They're Road Crew ones. 2 Varta batteries. How they ever get dirty like they do, I have no idea, because you don't take this thing, they take the lid off, but there we are. It is what it is. How it gets dirty in there, I have no idea. Back on. Sort it out in a minute. We'll put a cap. Oh, Jesus. Cold hands. Ooh, you see that? Start her up in a minute. Let's show you that. Yeah, so it's got the over the top air intake in the container behind me in that one. I have got the one that comes out the side there that will be part of a wind kit if it was needed. I can change it over if you like, or I can just put it on the back of the lorry and bring it on up, or whatever we decide to do. It's entirely up to you. There's another PL valve behind there that's been replaced. Oh, there it is, look. Get in there. Good old sound of a Volvo warning buzzer because I've got the lights on. It's the inside. Floor mats. I don't know what he was wearing on the bottom of his shoes, but he's wrecked that. But I put a new mat in and it goes over there like that. So seats, or driver's seat, original. Get in it. Start her up. It's genuine mileage there. 398,000 Ks. 165. She's a good old bus. She was tarmac crew owned her, and they just moved her from site to the yard when they did tarmacking. So she only moved about twice a week when she was in operation. Now I've got a CB fitted and a night heater. Radio. Got an external speaker on the CB. Turn the night heater off. Dashboard. He had something fitted here before. I don't know what it was. Probably a mobile phone or something. They didn't really worry about screwing into the dash back in the day. I've got most of these covers, but one is missing. The warning light on the dash is an indication light because the preheat is currently on. This is gold. What else could I say about her? Passenger seat, lost a bit in there, but mostly good. The back's actually really good. That was spent. That was folded down with bits on the back of that seat, which is why it's taken that out, I think. Floor, the other side, some belts that I need to change. I've got new V belts to go on it, which I'll put on it over the weekend actually, because I'm waiting on them to come up from Volvo. Typical FL10 roof lining. I've never actually got round to tackling it properly. The side panels, I've had all these out, took them home and cleaned them with a steam cleaner. You know, like a steam hoover thing, and they came up quite nice because they were covered in tarmac and all sorts of horrible stuff that the boys didn't really care about. The old girl, bless her. Put a bit of red light district in it, which is too bright when you're driving. So I just have that one on when I'm driving her, which is nice. The rear bunk, get my bedding out of the way here, is not a genuine finish, but the bunk was knackered in here. I've added an extra layer of foam on this with the original spring mattress and had my father-in-law upholster it, so that is a brand new bunk and it is comfy. It is comfy. So I don't really know what else to show you. So you can listen to a run. That's the exhaust brake on because she's cold, so she's warming up at the minute, so she's got the exhaust brake on. Button, bless her. I will be quite sad to see her go, I must be honest. I put a lot of my time into her on the own up here. I think I'll save this video for myself as well. Bless the old girl. That's probably it.